I was standing at the junction on Legon campus. I was looking at Saba Hall. In front of me, I had Central Cafeteria to my left, and I had the Legon Annex B to my right. As I stood there looking at the way my stomach at that time was growling, because I was from the library, I was hungry, I was going to do FUE. But, Charlie, life happens. So I was running to the hall to come back. Then something happened, and I stopped. I stood and I pondered. I had been on campus for just a year, and one of the things that was a recurring theme, almost like a broken, screeching record, was the fact that our students, our lives, the conversations we kept hearing, Ghana had, Charlie, if you want to make it, you have to leave Ghana. I mean, success, you can't succeed in Ghana. It's an anomaly. And I was like, is that really true? Or is it one of the greatest lies that we have been told? There at that crossroad, I said, what can I do? And I decided that, you know what? If you look at how people are running across the Sahara, risking body and soul just to go to Europe. Or maybe presently you have the opium drug red, where people are taking it. Or you have fraud or galamsey, things that are disturbing or actually cutting short the life of young people. Something must be changed. Therefore, I thought, why not create, why not engage, why not empower a new breed of young people who are bold, who are daring, who care to take their own destiny in their hands and make change right there, right where they are, in whichever community they live in. But is it even necessary? Well, statistics say that, it's interesting, right? Statistics say that as at present, there are 400 million young people between the ages of 15 to 35 across Africa. The problem is presumed to double to 800 million by 2050. If we take Ghana, Ghana has approximately just, 13 million young Ghanaians who are between the ages of 15 to 35. They are the youth. And most importantly, these young people, only 1 in 3 is employed. 1 in 3. So there is a challenge, and there's a need to actually work towards solving that challenge. So as I stood there, I looked at how this problem can be solved. I didn't think I had all the solutions, but I knew why that problem needed to be solved. So, as time went on, Albert and I created an institution, Springboard Road Show Foundation. Basically, what we chose to do was to engage young people in where they are, right where they are, giving them hope, giving them ideas. We looked at ways in which we can use entrepreneurship, financial literacy, as well as mentorship and career guidance. And hopefully, as we talk to the young people, there would be change sparked in their lives. Because when they realize that they don't need to go and walk on the streets of America or Europe to make it, but right here in Ghana, there's so much potential that they can do it, they will do it. And over the past years, we've been privileged. We've had the opportunity to impact the lives of more than 800,000 young people. We've also had the opportunity to work with different institutions, including the MasterCard Foundation, the MTNs, and the enterprise groups of this world. Most importantly, we found a way whereby these young people turn their stories around. So I remember once in Kumasi, we were in the Calvary Charismatic Church in Enije, and one young man, his name is Michael Amwa. Michael, because I can't see the slides, gentlemen, it's really, I don't know where we are. Anyway, Michael is a young man who was a yogurt seller on the streets of Kijitia. Michael had the Springboard advert and said, "Will they even allow me in?" He almost didn't come. But he chose to come. And when he came, he walked in as a yogurt seller. He walked out with a vision. Michael decided to register for the SSS exams. What took people 3 years to complete, he completed in 1. Michael additionally decided that he was going to pursue a diploma in catering. Went to Sunyani's Polytechnic, got his diploma in catering, and then even whilst getting his course, he was even the president of the Catering Students Association. Subsequently, Michael has pursued 2 degrees, 2 master's degrees. Michael, the school dropout, is now thriving. He's a manager in a company that's exports about 70% of his products outside the country. That is the power of belief. Let's take Thomas. Thomas lives in Bolgatanga. We went there, had a program in Reverend Eastwood's church. He came and we told him one thing. I mean, he had one thing. You can make a difference in whichever community you are in. There is opportunity in every single community. So that was 2010. Michael went back to his community in Zoko, was tapping his feet, looking at what he can do in his community, and realized that there was no private primary school. So he set one up in 2012. Presently, Thomas's school, Zima School, has over 210 young children there since 2012. When I was coming, I called to make sure that the school is running. And yes, the school is running. That's more than 10 years. He was a teacher, going to teach for somebody, but now his community has a private school. That is the power of boldness. That is the power of understanding what you can do in whichever community you find yourself in. Presently, Springboard has partnered with the MasterCard Foundation to deliver the Ghana Grows program. The Ghana Grows program simply looks at opportunities in the extended value chain for agribusiness and ATVET. Now, what happened is that when we got this opportunity, we said, how many young people can we help? By the grace of God, we are in all our 16 regional capitals, 48 districts are strong, even though we have a footprint across the nation. And most importantly, 440,000 young men and women and persons with disability. The opportunity is there in our country. The opportunity is here and now. It is here in our soil. It is here in our tools. It is here in our technology. It is here in our mindset. Therefore, today, as we look at what we can choose for ourselves, what we can do in our communities, know that the power lies in your mindset. The power lies in how you choose to apply the opportunities that come your way. And the power lies in how you decide to partner with different people. Because what I have realized in our 18-year journey on Springboard Road Show Foundation is the fact that every single young person matters. Additionally, partnerships make a difference. And most importantly, when everything is done, when the young person comes to you with a dream, say, it is possible. What would hurt? It is possible. And when that possibility is realized, you look at the Marys of this world, you look at the Thomases of this world, you look at the Michaels of this world and say, wow, that is beautiful. As I close this session, I would like to ask you, which Mary is in your life that you haven't yet touched? Touch that spark. Which Thomas is there that you are yet to identify? Identify that person in your community and make a difference in their lives. Because when we have change, Ghana will grow. Africa grows. The world will look at us amazed. And most importantly, we would say indeed there is great grace in this beloved land of ours. Thank you, and God bless you.